Yeah, that whole thing was pointless, man. The constant like training for all the stupid processions and.
We would have the two big processions each year. We would have the one.
God, it was like we were in boot camp. I mean, like we were like trained like hardcore. If you slipped up, if you slipped up,
yeah. We would literally lose 2 months out of the year preparing for the Christmas pageant. That was like literally 3 weeks of practices before the Christmas pageant, and the May Procession, which would be would start literally this time of year, like the last week of April till the third week of May, and practice would literally consist of how we would walk from out of our classroom to the church.
Yeah.
That was 50% of it. It was actually more. It was like 70% of it, and then the other 30% would be the singing.
Yeah. Glenn was always like hardcore about that shit. You're not doing this right. Well, unfortunately, because I was like the second tallest or something.
Yeah. Well, it would be in height order.
Yeah, it would be a height order.
That's
like a bunch of Russian dolls you just stacked into one another.
It's like it has to be in a certain like I can understand. That's like the kind of insane order of things. Like it had to be in height. It couldn't be in alphabetical order, like a sense where it would make sense. But aesthetically, it would look unappealing to whoever would be looking at it. You can't have a tall kid next to a short kid. It looks stupid. It's got to be from
the 85-year-old man with like glaucoma would lose his mind. He'd never pay money again.
He would never go back to this church.
He'd never put a 25 in the envelope. Never.
It's got to be perfect.
Blow his world.
It's got to be perfect for the Virgin Mary.
Jesus would frown if the heights were different.
Yeah. They would literally be crying blood if we got it wrong. The statues would be crying blood at us. I think half the stuff we did, we probably made the statues could have cried blood.
Probably. Weren't the crown fights?
Yeah.
Oh man, those were the best.
From art, that would be our art class.
We would just break up crowns and just gun at each other as hard as we could. Remember I hit you in the eye? I remember that. That was Call of Duty will never ever replace that headshot.
Was that with the paper ball? I know I got.
No, I hit you.
Oh, yeah.
I remember it was red violet. right in the corner of your eye, sir.
I remember.
I got violet on your ass.
I remember the gym class where I got hit in the face with it had to be probably someone grabbed a large rock and taped it up with masking tape.
Oh, the sock ball.
The sock ball.
Yeah. Steve Allmer did that to you.
Yeah, no one else is capable of doing that because it was like it had to be like a 72 mile an hour fastball from.
It was like the Matrix, man. It was just in slow motion. It just hit you in the side of the head. You were fucking out, dude. You were out.
I had a shiner for that. That's how violent it got. And
it was wrapped in electrical. It was a sock bunched up, wrapped up in electrical tape, and thrown at your face.
Yeah, as hard as humanly possible. Not from like 10 feet away. It was literally from across the whole gym. The gym was relatively big, but that hurt. I remember that. But also I remember putting Mike Miller in a radiator cover, and I think I sent him to the hospital.
He was out. He had a concussion after that.
Yeah.
He was on base, and you just like fucking just.
I played kickball as if possessed by Pete Rose and Ty Cobb, making a breakup play at first base and knocking Mike Miller into a metal radiator cover.
Yeah.
2 feet off of the bag.
They were old, like.
That was fun. Jim was
violent. Girls
were smart enough to stay off to the side and then sports would descend into
Just
gladiatorial battles over nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
Like,
There was no reason for it.
Yeah.
It would just beat the shit out
because
of
it
each
would
other.
either beat the shit out of each other, and the funniest way our school was designed was brilliant design. They put the gym on the top floor.
Yeah.
So we would literally stomp. You would if you weren't in gym and you were underneath the gym, you would hear the stomping and clattering of like
Screaming.
and screams of like of horses being slaughtered above you. And all of the teachers would complain about it, but what can you do, honestly? You're gonna play dodgeball, and it's just gonna descend into unabashed violence between people.
I think Glenn's sole purpose was just to hit me in the face, and he never could.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing his demon red face.
Behind those small glasses.
He never could hit me, ever. Dude, you stop it. You suck. Go away.
I remember because the second half of the year, because he played CYO basketball.
Stick to your May Procession, pal. And you're tall and you can't play basketball.
He was like 7'5" in like 7th and 8th grade, and he could probably, if he wanted to, dunk the basketball, but he would miss a 2-foot layup, and we would all laugh at him. That's how it would be.
And your mom's a librarian, so shut the fuck up.
The librarian / recess monitor.
Don't run through the cemetery. What's the quickest way to get there?
We only get 30 minutes of this.
Yeah.
We need to enjoy every second of recess because we only get 30 minutes of it. Like we would get.
It's the only time we don't breathe in lead paint fumes. All right, what is out?
We need to throw stuff at each other. We need to get violent. We need to destroy our.
The asbestos is making my eyes misty. Let me throw a ball against the wall, okay?
Like, that was some crazy stuff, but like, yeah, recess was fun. The second half of the year, if we were not in the gym, we would be in the parking lot, crashing into stuff and.
Yeah, hitting cars.
I think I fell in the. I think I messed up my knees and elbows so many times.
Yeah. What did we play? Oh, we played Battleship.
Yeah.
Where you'd have a group of kids like on one side and another group of kids on the other, and you would just throw a ball at each other.
Modified dodgeball where you would have to catch the ball.
Yeah.
And if you dropped the ball, you would be out. And heaven help you if you were the first person out. And it would descend into virtual. Not like depending on what kind of ball we would have either the taped up electrical ball, which would just turn into beaming, just high speed, like people throwing like 4-seam fastballs at each other, or it would be a football where it would be lofted into the air and you would have to try to catch it.
Yeah. And we got bored and we brought a magnifying glass and just started burning each other, and then we got in big trouble for that.
Yeah.
What would you do if you walked into the woods and it was full of dry leaves? I wouldn't. What's your point?
We would always have moments where things would come in. We would have yo-yo problems.
Yeah.
We had pantsing for a little bit, which was fun.
Yeah.
Because if we had gym day, we would be in sweatpants.
Yeah.
Instead of dress down pants.
Dress down day. Yeah, remember dress down day?
You had to pay for it.
You had to pay to wear your normal clothes.
You had to pay for everything. You had to pay if you wanted McDonald's one time of the month.
Yeah,
they would bring in McDonald's, and they would bring in stuff. Like I would always want it, and I would always forget it. Like my parents would never give me money for it half the time, and I would always forget.
Because it's a crock of shit.
It's like it was to the point.
You pay.
My lunches were practically.
You pay a ridiculous amount of money to go to school because the public schools were like.
You don't want to go there. They're
no.
evil. Like I had this speech when I basically decided to go to public school. I knew I was going to go to Roxborough by like 7th and 8th grade because A, my parents couldn't afford Catholic school, and B, I didn't want to go to Catholic school.
Yeah.
And I remember the principal saying, like, you're not going to get an education at Roxborough. What can they offer you? I was like, I could learn communications there. It's like, and that's when the conversation ended because it's like.
But you don't learn about Jesus. I honestly didn't learn a fucking thing in Catholic high school.
Yeah.
I did. It was a joke. The only reason, the only experience you ever had from Catholic school is what you did. I mean, like, to completely fuck the system.
Yeah. You don't remember things about particular. It didn't make you a better or a more spiritual person.